Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pure Cut Creations. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some artwork of a friend of mine. She goes by Jay Natkin, and you can find her on Instagram at Jay Natkin Art. Links are in the description. She asked me to do this mushroom piece here on a cup, and I thought it would be a pretty cool design as well. Um, it would definitely be interesting as it has so many different shades and it's a very complex piece. So what I did was I printed it out on a little picture in black and white, and then I taped it to the back of the cup, and I did my outlining of the mushrooms using a green stone. This would give me an effect that was pretty light. It wasn't um, too bright, but it was still almost as bright as when you're doing the diamond bit, which I thought would be needed so that way it would really stand out and show on the glass. I really wanted to emphasize the amount of contrast in this piece. So after I did all of the stuff with the greenstone, blocking out the mushrooms, I went through with a diamond bit and I did the lettering. This was the tricky part, especially since that's where the glass is really thick and the light really bends. As you can see in there, I know it's not the best quality. I have a new camera, and it decided that looking at the table was a better idea than actually focusing on my artwork. And I'm still working out the kinks with that. So I do the border and I do the lettering, but as I said, it was very far off. Then I just get the basic shape and I start polishing up these mushrooms. This will make them a much lighter, well, much darker color actually, and it will allow my diamond to stand out a lot more as I go through with that. Next, I do a little bit of the webbing, but I kind of got tired of tracing the webbing and decided to do it on my own and just approximate where it was and what the basic shape is instead of following the picture exactly. I think this gave it a pretty good effect, and I think I captured the randomness of that webbing like the piece has, and overall I think it had a pretty good effect. Then I went through and did some highlights on the mushrooms and some of the little ooey gooey drippy bits, and I noticed my mushroom cap on the first one was a bit too small. So I made it a bit taller, and since it was light, I could keep with the diamond bit. Then I go through and I polish it up with my finest polishing bit to give it a bit more darker of color, and then I go through again with the diamond, touching up the outlines, and once again adding some more ooey gooey drippy parts and hitting all of the highlights. The middle one had quite a bit of highlight in the center of it, and I had to match up where the shading underneath the cap was. Then I had to do the webbing on the top of the cap, and half of it I noticed the webbing was the lighter color, and then the other half the webbing was the darker color. So this was pretty tricky to do, but halfway through, what I did was I switched from doing the webbing to filling in where the webbing was with the diamond bit to make that part lighter, and overall I think I captured the effect pretty well. Then I go through and do the border again to kind of shore it up, make it a bit thicker, make it stand out a bit more, and make it perfectly as well, make it straight as I can, and then I go through and do the lettering. Now, this is where I have a bit of a downfall. I was doing good getting all the lettering to match up, but like I said, this is a very curved piece of the glass, and I accidentally make a small mistake on the A, and I polish it out. I try my best to polish it out using greenstone and then Arkansas white to smooth it out, and then finally the polishing bit. And that's my one tiny little mistake on the piece. I didn't touch anywhere else with the polisher, and overall, I think I got it pretty close. As you can see the picture up in the corner, and then the picture of the glass in the center of the image, and I think it came out good. These pictures are definitely a lot better quality than the video. If you liked this, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, go check out Jay Natkin on Instagram, and as always, have a good day.